Okay, here's the deal. 96 Saturn SC2 dual overhead cam. Engine is off, the car is warmed up. When I start this thing, it's going to go way high idle, and then it's going to come down to being a normal stopped idle about 950 RPM. Then as soon as I start rolling, even if I'm rolling 3 miles an hour, and then push the clutch in, I'll tell you when I push the clutch in, the thing idles at 3,000, 2,500, 2,000 until I come to a stop, and then I'll tell you when I came to a stop, and then we'll go from there. So here comes engine start. 2,000 RPM. Finally figures it out. Comes down to 1,975, something like that. That's pretty cool. I can handle that. When this car's running normal, that's what it is when I'm rolling, which is really, or maybe it's 1,100, and that's what I need it to be because of some stuff I'm doing. But right now, all I got to do is I'm in first gear, I let the clutch out, and I go 15 miles an hour. I push the clutch in. This thing should go right down to nothing, and it sits right there at 2,000 RPM. I'm going 14 miles an hour. I hit the brakes, I come to a stop. I'm at a stop, and the idle adjustment motor brings it right down to 950, and it's cool. I can roll forward a little bit in first gear, that's it. Push the clutch in, I'm rolling, just coasting, and I got a 2,000 RPM idle until I come to a slowing to a stop now. 5, 4, 2, 1 stop, and it drops right back down again. I don't know what to do. I'll show you under the hood what I did to fix it so far. I think I did pretty much what I could. Obviously I didn't get it. It's real temperamental. It'll do this for a week and a half, and then bang, just like that, it runs absolutely like right now. Check it out. I'm rolling again, I'm in first gear, I push in the clutch. It's perfect. Okay, go figure. Now I won't be able to track it. I'm rolling, I'm absolutely fine. I'm rolling, I stop. That's perfect, what a perfect demo. Drops to 950. Put it in first and go. Push in the clutch. Rolling. That's exactly what it should be. That's not what it was when I started, and I did not edit this tape. That's exactly what it's supposed to do, and I don't know why I was doing the thing before it. I obviously didn't get out of the car and touch anything. I know that it can run perfect. I'm going to come to a stop right here. I've just rolled to an absolute stop. The idle goes down. Okay, I'm in the driveway, and I stop. Idle's perfect, and I shut the engine off. Well, that's my little mystery. I'll show you what I did out front. If anybody's got any ideas, that'd be awesome. Alright, here's what I did so far. I took the throttle body off, that thing, and I completely cleaned it. It was really gooey and sticky, but I cleaned that all up. At the same time, this little rubber doohickey on the top, I noticed that that was jammed in there sort of crooked and maybe a little bit leaky, so I straightened it out and I RTV'd it in. And I checked all these tubes and all that stuff, and that looks good. Behind there is the evaporative emission valve. I went down underneath where this tube goes, and the rubber hose was rotten on it, so I fixed that, and I also fixed where it connects to the rest of the canister. Some of my testing I've been doing, I actually clamped this hose off just to make sure that that's not part of it. It makes no difference. This little one goes down to the throttle, the fuel pressure regulator, and I have not tested that yet. But the throttle body's all clean. I've replaced it's in the back there, both the idle air servo thing and the throttle position sensor. I replaced this hose. I replaced the PCV valve, positive crankcase ventilation valve. Along the way, a couple times I've had to take the EGR valve off and clean it because it gets sticky inside. I went down under there somewhere and replaced the coolant temperature sensor. And that connector was bad, and the coolant temperature sensor was bad. And out here by the air cleaner, let's see, right down in there, let's see, how am I going to do that? Well, you'll have to believe me, there's the air inlet temperature sensors right there. I checked that with a meter, and that's all good. So that's it. I don't really care about the evaporative emission valve, because when I clip it off, and clamp it off, it's not in the circuit anymore anyway. So I just can't imagine what else there is, or what the computer is thinking about, or what else it's reading wrong. I haven't messed with the manifold absolute pressure transducer yet, and I don't have the equipment to get any fancier codes. And that's what I know. It seems funny that there would be a vacuum line like this going all the way over there right to the coolant bottle, but I think I pinched that off too, and it doesn't matter. There you go. That's my story. And you got to see the ride earlier where it wasn't working, it was horrible, and then doing absolutely nothing right in the middle of a drive, poof, it starts working. It's a nice little car. I like it. Just need it to go better.